Butterflies on my back, losing the world, painting colors, black, red and blue.
But that's what it feels. It's, I think, one of the most hardest things to have someone take your creation and say, we need to figure out a way where this fits in, where people will appreciate it. And that process for us was about 1.5 years. So we started working in around 2014. We ended October 2015, where we finally put out this EP, which is called Fused. And I think,
it's a rare thing to actually come to the game, so to speak, and bring up the tail, because I'm actually an opening batsman. So just imagine, my idea was to set up trauma centers. In fact, we've started work. You can see a little bit of the work there. It's the foundation that's just being laid. There's an ambulance service already in stock. And these are some of my friends and colleagues in that area. And how did we do this? This is at a village called Kambla. It's about 5 kilometers from Mahad on the way to Goa. We've done this with the coordination with the Konkan Rural Development Charitable Association and the Kazi Jal.
Right? All right. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why later in my talk. And I don't want you to think that the talk is something about gender bias and all that. It is not something about gender bias. It is everything that is there, out there. So, as I told you earlier, some people say that 25 years is young, okay? Of course, 25 is young, but then in my field, emceeing and anchoring, that is, if you've been a part of 800 events or more than 800 events, you've got to be like 35 plus years.
Sand mining is something which is not very well understood, but we all know that Mumbai is a city which is being built all the time. We see it everywhere. In the earlier picture, those boats are not there just to have a joyride or some kind of fishing or something. The people who are mining sand were fishermen, but today they are mining sand. It's happening right there in full public view. Anybody can see it, but they don't really look because they don't realize that sand mining is something you need to look at.
Of Star Wars, and I truly believe that the closest that we can come to replicating the Force, at least in our generation, is via AI. Thank you. So what it's done here, it's put me in the screen, it's created a world around me, it understands my gesture, it responds to my movements, and you know, it creates a fun world around it. And let's say I want to go somewhere else, you know, I just simply select something that I want, and let's say, you know, I want to go somewhere fun. So it's taken me to a beautiful airport in an international location. Let's say I want to take a photo. Simply click it. And then I have a nice memento for me to take home.
Good afternoon to all. Primarily, I would like to focus on education in principle, the basic requirement, and what changes I would like to see as an individual in the field of education. Two basic requirements for education are infrastructure and teachers. Infrastructure sounds good. There were times when Srinivas Ramanujam was sitting underneath a tree in a village and learning mathematics. He turned out to be the greatest mathematician of the century without any infrastructure.